Know how to tell if your ex is still into you or not. We're going to be talking about that in this video, and we're going to be going over what it is you need to look for, and more importantly, what you do not need to look for. But first, if you're new here, hello, my name is Clay with modernlove.life. We are, of course, here to help you get the great loving relationship that you're looking for without having to play mind games, without having to play hard to get, and without having to pretend to be someone or something that you are not, because you, of course, deserve to be loved for the unique, amazing, and wonderful person that you are. Okay, so I know that this can be a really complicated and sometimes confusing thing for people to think about, especially if they want to get back together with their ex. You know, you're putting in this energy, you're putting in this work, you're putting in this effort, whether it's through perhaps the things that we are recommending on this channel, or perhaps the advice that we do not recommend most people use, like the no contact rule. But you're just wondering, like, hey, is this working? Are we on the right path? Is this leading up to something? And this is a question that I got yesterday on a group coaching call, and I did want to expand on this because I do think that it is something that a lot of people would like to know about and would probably benefit from understanding. So, you know, there are, of course, a million and one lists out there that could say, you know, oh yeah, if they lick their lips when they're, you know, with you, or if they contact you, if they initiate contact first, if they flirt with you, if they do this or whatever, then that means that they are interested in you. And, you know, sure, that's absolutely fine. That can definitely, you know, take some sort of action that they're having and use that as some sort of indication that they're interested in you. But I don't want you to just remember some arbitrary list of 101 facts or something like that. What I want you to do is I want you to be looking beneath the surface to try to understand where they are at emotionally and what is happening that's causing them to create these actions and to take these actions forward. Now, before we go ahead and look into specifically what I want you to be paying attention to, if you do like these videos that I do, please help a guy out by gently tapping that thumbs up button for the YouTube algorithm. And also, if you want to find out if your relationship can be saved, please go ahead and check out this free assessment over at modernlove.life/quiz. There's a link to it down below in the description box. All you have to do is fill out a few brief pieces of information about your relationship and your situation, and we will generate the results that say, you know, what the prognosis is on your relationship and what we believe the next steps for you might be. That is, once again, over at modernlove.life/quiz. So obviously, if your ex is interested in you, they are probably going to be paving the way for there to be some sort of progress in terms of how the two of you connect, or in terms of deepening the connection that you have, deepening the relationship or the dynamic between the two of you. So we want to be looking at, is this something that is opening doors of opportunity? Is this them perhaps even walking through doors of opportunity? Or is this them closing doors of opportunity, right? So there are obvious things like flirting with you, like inviting you to do things, like mentioning that they're free or available at certain times and dates that you might be free or available, making plans in the future, etc. These are obvious ways that they are opening doors for the two of you to connect. And that's all fine and good. And, you know, yeah, they may very well do this. But many times your ex may not take the initiative when it comes to going through those doors with you, I guess I could say. And so there are a lot of reasons for this. For starters, many times people's exes are going to be incredibly conservative when it comes to what they say and do, because they don't want to risk sending the wrong message. They don't want to stick their neck out there. They don't want to make you think poorly of them. They're maybe embarrassed and guilty and all these sorts of things themselves, just the way that you might feel as well too, for all the reasons that you may not want to stick your neck out there and take the initiative or whatever. They might feel the same way as well too. So what you have to do is you have to acknowledge that, hey, if you're the kind of person that wants to explore what's possible in your relationship with them, then you're probably going to have to get accustomed to the idea of pushing into a discomfort, pushing out of your comfort zone, rather, and seeing how they respond. Now, I'm not saying that you need to do something huge like make an ultimatum. You know, we did talk about that yesterday. and why that's probably not the best idea in the whole world. But we don't need to necessarily make a huge step like confessing your love for them or anything else like that. Again, if you have been trying to save your relationship for more than a hot minute, you know that things like this don't work. So what I instead want you to do is just inch outside of your comfort zone just a little bit for whatever feels like it's uncomfortable for you. Okay, so if flirting is something that is not comfortable for you, and if it's something that's not currently happening in your dynamic, that might be something to try out when the mood is right, when the moment is right, and in the right context, obviously. Or perhaps it's talking on a deeper emotional level rather than just talking about surface level things like news, work, what happened in the world, gossip about friends or something. But if you're able to take it down to a deeper emotional level, like how you feel or how they feel, or feelings, then that could be a way that we start to take things to that deeper level and push outside of our comfort zone. There are, of course, also other ways that we can do this as well, too, but those are just a couple common examples of how you might do this. And the important thing is, because this is all tying back to how to know if your ex is interested in you or not, is to see how they respond when they are out of the comfort zone. Are they going along with it? If they are, then that probably means that they are still interested in you. Barring that they're not being put in an uncomfortable position. Like if they're in a rebound relationship and you start flirting with them or something, that might put them in sort of a conflicted position where they're like, okay, yeah, this feels good, but I'm also with somebody else, and I don't want to think of myself as someone who's cheating or whatever. That obviously is an asterisk, an exception to the rule, and all that sort of stuff. But if they are genuinely interested in you, then they should kind of go along with this through this whole process here. Let me just quickly check my notes and make sure I'm not forgetting anything. Oh yeah, okay. So the other important thing here is that we want to as well notice and watch to make sure that the two of you are on the same team with one another. Now, we've talked exhaustively in recent videos about the importance of being on the same team. And first of all, if you have not already done so, it is very, very important that you have a same team conversation with your ex. For many reasons that we don't need to go into right now. But you should notice them operating and behaving as if the two of you are on the same team. If they're interested in you, they will operate and behave on the same team. Even if they are in a conflicted sort of place, like even if they are in a rebound relationship, they should throw you a lifeline to try to, work together with you. They won't try to shame you for trying to flirt with them. They won't try to put you down or anything like that. But they'll try to have compassion and empathy for perhaps where you are at and where the two of you are at together. Okay, so this is a huge same team kind of dynamic. And if you're seeing this, then it means that they're probably still very, very much interested in you. Okay, so what this is all boiling down to is there are some things that you need to put into place if you really want to get back together with your ex. There's some things that you need to do. Okay. And I know that probably a lot of you are assuming that I'm going to say you need to do the no contact rule and make them jealous and take back power and control and all that. But no, that's not what you need to do. That's probably going to do more harm than good. Instead, what I want you to do is to follow this strategy right here for getting back together with your ex without the no contact rule. This is the sort of baseline default strategy that I tell most of our clients to do when they start working with us. Anyway,